Now, I understand it's rearranged verse by verse, event by event for history and prophecy. Did you find any surprises when you really got into studying prophecy? Because how many opinions do we have out there? I used to produce a daily show that was on every day in the afternoon, and one day I'd have a guy that would just nail the rapture, and then next week we'd have one that just nail mid-trib, you know. And so when you're picking it apart like you do, what did you learn? Were you surprised? I guess that's my question.
I think what helped me the best is I said, I don't have the ability to do this with prophecy. I have 5 Bibles here from the real experts, Dr. Tim LaHaye, Grant Jeffries, Dr. Hilton Sutton, Dr. Jack Van Impe. I let them do the interpretation. What I did was I got theirs together on the major events. They all agreed on those. With the minor events, I could get about 80% agreement. So I get the most collective opinion as I could from the real experts, and then I'd move each verse by verse there.
What's a minor event?
Well, you've got, you know, I would say a major event is pre-tribulation rapture, you know, pre-millennials, you know, and then a future forever. That would be the major events. The minor events are, well, okay, did the 2 witnesses, are they in the second half of the tribulation or are they in the first half of the tribulation? That would be kind of more of a minor event, but for the most part they agree fairly close.
And where did they put those 2 prophets?
Well, some would put them in the end. I put them at the last because what I see is I see the tribulation period is really as a countdown. It's really the end of this world system that we have with Satan being completely removed. And it's just a countdown. You can actually see the days from 1335 days to 1290 days to 1260 days, all the way up until the very last day when Israel sees the Lord. They know that it's Him. They're completely repentant, and all 100% of Israel comes back to Christ at that point in time, and that's when He returns and sets foot on the earth.
I know no man knows the day or the hour, but where are we?
Absolutely, I don't either. We are very, very close. I know we're in a prophetic season.
I think you mentioned in some of this a big picture that gives it. Is America in the really big picture, do you think?
Well, I think America has had a large, large piece of the whole puzzle as a whole. I believe that America has basically been utilized for doing a number of things. One, we have given sanctuary to Israel and the Jews here in America, which I think has been vital. Plus, we've been very, very supportive to Israel in the past. I think that's vital to end time. And we've seen quite a dramatic shift from this replacement theology to once Israel was reborn. Now we actually see, hey, this is a literal Israel being restored in the future. And once that happens, that's when the culmination of all history, and we're just about to go through a transition. So America was vital, I think, in getting that done.
Yeah, I've often said, because, boy, America's wicked. And going down the tubes quickly, we're in a moral free fall. And the Lord's long-suffering perhaps has been because of Israel, because we have evangelized the world and because we have fed the hungry and all, and the Lord is long-suffering, but you wonder how long. I mean, we just had the president come out and endorse gay marriage, and there was an article in our Tampa Tribune that Tampa, there's only one area equal in size with fewer churchgoers than right here where I live. And so everywhere you see the wickedness. And I think we could never, ever, ever underestimate how important it is that we are kind and we protect Israel.
Yes.
Okay, if you just joined us, I'm talking to Jeff Swanson, who has put together, you get this on your computer, the Plan Bible, endorsed by some very, very reputable ministers. And how can you say it except that he's done all the heavy lifting on this. This would be so great for anybody who loves the Word of God, anyone. But pastors and teachers and college professors and college students and all who want to know the Word, I'm telling you, he's done a lot of work for you. And in the prophecy area, it's color-coded, which is really smart for us. So the promise prophecies are in blue.
Yes, and so as you're reading through history, you can actually see it, and you can click on it, and it'll actually jump forward in time to where that turns red, and the red is actually the fulfillment of it. Click on it again, and it takes you back in time right where you started.
Goodness.
So you actually can just read through time, jump forward, and then come back and keep reading. And you start getting this idea of just how faithful God is to keeping His Word all the way through, especially when you get to like the captivity of Israel at the time when they went into Babylon. There just becomes a major amount of prophetic scriptures going on and being fulfilled all at that time.